Hello YouTube. I'm posting this as a response to Jack's video, Atheist Approaches to Christianity. But I'd like to say up front that not all of my comments are direct responses to that video per se. Take it instead as a general message to Christians from one particular atheist, which was inspired by Jack's video. I will only attempt to speak for myself when I say that I've never made a video with a deliberate intention of mocking either Christians or Christianity. What I have done is to be very straightforward about what I think. Most of the other atheist videos I have seen are doing essentially the same thing, although perhaps not as gently as I try to do. But rough handling and mocking are not the same thing, and shouldn't be equivocated. I want to tell you, my Christian viewers, there are moments, especially when I'm very tired, when I just shake my head and wonder at the fact that this conversation is still taking place. Even as a former devout believer, I find it hard to take your propositions seriously, and this often manifests itself as a lack of patience on my part, and I see something similar happening in the dialogues of my fellow non-believers. There are among you more liberal practitioners who can get a sense of this frustration when dealing with particular side issues where you happen to side with the secularists, such as the posturing of the intelligent design movement and the Catholic Church's mishandling of AIDS-infected Africa. Imagine how you would view such things if you rejected the most basic propositions here. Jack, you seem to essentially value coherent, logical discussion, and that's a good thing. Definitely not common enough in this society of ours, and if all Christians were like you, well, the debate would at least be a very different one. But the problem, and it isn't your fault, is that nowhere in your advice is the actual question of truth taken seriously. You are advising Christians to shore up their faith with enough logic and theology to defend it. But no one is told to seek the truth for its own sake, to follow the evidence wherever it leads them. This is built into the ideology. The faith itself is ascribed value. That by itself is an affront to logical inquiry. When a particular proposition is weighted in the mind of an adherent, logical inquiry is crippled, handicapped, even when the individual has the most sincerely academic intentions. And while I have your ear, Christian viewers, let me say that we didn't pick Christianity as a nemesis. We are equal opportunity opponents of superstition in all its forms. Personally, if choosing a nemesis on the issue of religion, I would choose the apologists for moderate Islam, providing, as they do, a massive community of relatively non-violent believers who make it impossible to treat the issue presented by Islamist terrorists in a straightforward manner. But I didn't grow up as a moderate Muslim. My family members are not moderate Muslims, and I don't live in a society literally saturated with the cliches and assumptions of moderate Muslim culture. All those things are true of Christianity, however, in my case, and so I'm encountering it literally every moment of my life. I hope you have a better idea of where I'm coming from here. Thanks for listening.